The year 1974 marked a critical juncture for Turkey. Its military intervention in Cyprus, aimed at safeguarding Turkish Cypriots, triggered profound international reactions. This single event would fundamentally alter Turkey's defense philosophy for many years to come. The operation, codenamed Operation Attila, faced condemnation from several Western nations. These nations had previously been reliable suppliers of military hardware to Ankara. The immediate aftermath of the Cyprus events was a period of intense diplomatic pressure. Turkey found itself increasingly isolated on the international stage. This isolation would soon translate into tangible restrictions on its military capabilities. A stark lesson. Following the Cyprus intervention, Turkey faced damaging arms embargoes. The United States, a key NATO ally, led these punitive measures. These embargoes severely restricted Turkey's access to essential military equipment and spare parts. The Turkish armed forces, largely reliant on American and European systems, felt the impact almost immediately. Readiness levels dropped and modernization plans were abruptly halted. This period highlighted a critical vulnerability in Turkey's national security strategy. Dependence on foreign goodwill for defense was clearly a precarious position for a nation in a volatile region. The message was clear. To safeguard its interests, Turkey needed greater autonomy. The embargoes served as a harsh but valuable lesson. They underscored the strategic imperative for self-reliance in defense. Turkish policymakers and military leaders realized that political disagreements with allies could directly cripple their defense capacity. This was an unacceptable risk for a country facing complex security challenges. The experience fostered a strong national consensus. Turkey had to develop its own defense industrial base. This was no longer a matter of preference but of national survival. The quest for indigenous capabilities became a central pillar of Turkish strategic thinking, shaping policy for decades. The desire for self-reliance was not merely about possessing weapons, it was about strategic independence. It meant having the freedom to act in its national interest without fear of external vetoes through arms supplies. The Cyprus embargoes demonstrated how military dependence could be exploited for political leverage by other nations. Therefore, building a domestic defense industry was seen as crucial. It would reduce external vulnerabilities and enhance Turkey's geopolitical standing. This new direction aimed to ensure that Turkey could equip its armed forces, maintain its hardware, and pursue its foreign policy objectives with greater confidence and autonomy. The journey towards defense self-sufficiency began in earnest during the 1980s. Recognizing the lessons from the Cyprus embargoes, Turkey took foundational steps. Key state-owned enterprises were established or strengthened. Organizations like Aselsan, TAI, and Roketsan were pioneers. These institutions were tasked with developing local expertise and production capacity. Initial efforts focused on less complex systems such as communications equipment, ammunition, and basic aircraft components. This was a period of learning, building infrastructure, and nurturing human capital for a more ambitious future in defense manufacturing. Progress in the early years was steady but gradual. The focus was on acquiring technology and developing skills. Many projects involved licensed production of foreign designs. This allowed Turkish engineers and technicians to gain valuable experience. While not fully indigenous, these initiatives were crucial stepping stones. They helped to create a skilled workforce and a nascent industrial ecosystem. The political will to support these efforts remained strong. There was a clear understanding that this was a long-term investment in Turkey's security. The aim was to incrementally increase local content in defense procurement, reducing reliance on imported systems piece by piece. The drive for defense self-reliance gained significant momentum in the 21st century. This was particularly true under the Justice and Development Party government, led by Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Defense modernization and indigenous production became top national priorities. Ambitious targets were set to increase the share of locally sourced defense equipment. Substantial government funding was channeled into research and development. This period saw a more assertive push towards designing and manufacturing complex platforms. The political leadership viewed a strong domestic defense industry as essential for Turkey's rising regional and global aspirations, fostering a sense of national pride. Several key milestones were achieved during this period of accelerated development. The establishment of the Presidency of Defense Industries, formerly the Undersecretariat for Defense Industries in 1985, was critical. This body was empowered to manage and coordinate the national defense industry strategy. It streamlined procurement processes and fostered collaboration between government, industry, and academia. The Presidency of Defense Industries played a vital role in identifying critical technologies and launching major indigenous projects. This strategic oversight ensured that efforts were focused and resources were allocated effectively, pushing the industry towards greater innovation and output on a consistent basis. Turkey's defense industry has recorded impressive achievements in recent years. One notable area is land systems. The development of the Altay main battle tank, though facing some engine-related delays, signifies a major leap. While some core components initially relied on foreign suppliers, the project spurred domestic capabilities in armor, fire control, and systems integration. Alongside tanks, Turkey produces a range of armored vehicles like the Kirpi and Cobra. These vehicles have been combat-proven and are also finding success in export markets. This demonstrates a growing maturity in designing and manufacturing complex ground warfare platforms for modern combat scenarios. Perhaps the most globally recognized success story is in unmanned aerial vehicles. Turkish drones, particularly the Bayraktar TB2 and the Anka series, have gained international acclaim. These systems have proven their effectiveness in various conflict zones. They have reshaped modern warfare doctrines and showcased Turkey's technological prowess. The success of these drones is a testament to focused investment and innovation. It has also provided Turkey with significant strategic leverage. The ability to produce such advanced unmanned aerial vehicles has positioned Turkey as a major player in this critical defense technology sector, attracting global attention. Naval capabilities have also seen substantial indigenous development. The Miljum project has delivered domestically designed and built corvettes and frigates. These warships are equipped with advanced sensors and weapon systems, many of which are also Turkish-made. A flagship project is the TCG Anadolu, a multi-purpose amphibious assault ship. This vessel enhances Turkey's power projection capabilities significantly. The shipbuilding industry has demonstrated its capacity to construct sophisticated naval platforms. This contributes to maritime security and strengthens Turkey's presence in its surrounding seas, including the Mediterranean and the Black Sea region. Technological advancements extend to missile systems and artificial intelligence. Turkey has developed a range of missiles, from anti-tank guided missiles like UMTAs to air-launched cruise missiles like SAM. There is also significant progress in air defense systems, such as the Hisar family. Efforts are underway to integrate artificial intelligence into various defense applications. This includes autonomous systems, data analysis, and command and control. These technological strides are crucial for maintaining a modern and effective military. They also reflect Turkey's ambition to be at the forefront of defense innovation, reducing reliance on foreign tech in critical areas. The push for a domestic defense industry offers significant economic advantages. It creates high-skilled jobs and stimulates technological innovation across various sectors. Producing equipment locally reduces the substantial costs associated with importing foreign military hardware. This helps to improve the national trade balance. Furthermore, Turkey has become a notable exporter of defense products. Turkish-made drones, armored vehicles, and naval platforms are finding buyers in an increasing number of countries. This generates export revenue and strengthens economic ties with partner nations, diversifying Turkey's international trade portfolio considerably. Strategically, the benefits are equally compelling. A strong domestic defense sector enhances Turkey's operational autonomy. It allows the armed forces to be equipped with systems tailored to their specific needs. Past difficulties in acquiring certain technologies from foreign partners due to political considerations or embargoes have reinforced this drive. Self-reliance reduces vulnerability to external pressures and allows Turkey to pursue a more independent foreign policy. It strengthens its position as a regional power. The ability to supply its own military needs is a key component of national sovereignty and influence on the world stage. Despite remarkable progress, challenges remain. Some complex projects still depend on foreign technology and components, particularly for critical subsystems like engines and advanced electronics. The Turkish economy has faced periods of strain, which can impact funding for research, development, and procurement. Geopolitical risks and regional instability also present ongoing challenges to sustained development. Maintaining the pace of innovation and production requires consistent investment and a stable economic environment. Overcoming these hurdles is crucial for the long-term success and sustainability of Turkey's defense industry ambitions in a competitive global market. In conclusion, Turkey has made impressive strides in developing its indigenous defense industry. The journey from heavy reliance on foreign suppliers to becoming a significant producer and exporter of military technology is noteworthy. This transformation has enhanced its strategic autonomy and economic prospects. However, the goal of complete self-sufficiency is yet to be fully realized. Dependencies on certain foreign technologies persist, and economic factors continue to play a role. Turkey's military makeover is an ongoing process. It is marked by significant achievements, but also by the realistic acknowledgement that some external reliance will continue for the foreseeable future.